let's look at point-slope form of linear equations. Point-slope form is, the formula for point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is the slope and x1 comma y1 is a point on the line. What do we do with that information? Well, if we are given a point and the slope of a line, we can substitute them into that formula and have the equation of our line. If we are given 2 points, then we need to first use those 2 points to find the slope, and then choose one of the 2 points to substitute along with our slope into the formula, and we'll have the equation of a line. If we're given a graph, then we need to find the slope and choose a point from the graph to substitute into the formula and write the equation of a graph. So let's look at a few examples. First, given the point 3, 5 and the slope m equals -4, write the equation of a line in point-slope form. We should always start by reminding ourselves of what point-slope form looks like. So let's remember it's y minus y1 equals the slope m times x minus x1, where x1 comma y1 is the given point. That means that 3 is x1 and 5 is y1, and we already know m is -4. So when we write the equation of our line, we write y minus 5 equals -4 times the quantity of x minus 3. And that's the equation of our line in point-slope form. What if, however, we're given 2 points? Then what do we do? Well, first we have to find the slope. Remember that the slope is the change in y over the change in x, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so we can find that by substituting the given points. We could say that this is x2, y2, and this is x1, y1, or we could do it the other way around. I'm going to do 5 minus -2, which is 5 plus 2, over 2 minus -4, which is 2 plus 4. 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 4 is 6. So the slope of my line is 7/6. So I can write 2 different equations. One equation would be y minus 5 equals 7 over 6 times x minus 2, because I used these points, this point 2, 5, to substitute into the equation of my line. Another equation using -2, -4, -2 would be y plus 2, because y minus -2 is y plus 2. And it equals my slope, 7/6, times x minus -4, which is x plus 4. So those are the 2 equations of the line that goes through these 2 given points. If you're unsure of what we did, please take advantage of the pause button and the replay button and watch this portion of the video again. What if I'm given a graph and I need to write the equation of my graph in point-slope form? Well, I need to find the slope of my graph, and I need to choose a point on my graph. If I notice that my graph counts by halves, I need to take advantage of that information. I know then that I have this point here, which is the point -1, 1. I want to use that point because it's nice, easy numbers to work with. Now I need to find another point like that on my graph. What about this point right here? Let's find the value of that point. So if I'm counting by halves, this is -1/2, -1, -1.5, -2, -2.5. So this point is -2.5, comma, let's find out what the y value is. This is 1, 2, 3. So it's -2.5, 3. I'm going to use that point also. Now, I noticed something else. My graph falls as I look at it from left to right. So as I move from negative 2.5, 3 down to negative 1, 1, my graph falls. I know then that this graph has to have a negative slope. Now I can either use my slope formula or I can do some counting to find out what my slope is. So if I use the slope formula, I have 3 minus 1 over negative 2.5 plus 1. This is going to be 2. Fix that. This will be 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Over negative 1.5 plus 1, which is negative 2.5 plus 1, which is negative 1.5. And when I simplify this, I'm going to get negative 4/3. That's my slope. Now I can write an equation using either one of these two points. So I would have y minus 1 equals negative 4/3 times x minus negative 1, or x plus 1. That's the equation of my line in point slope form. But wait, I'm not done, because if I read some more, it says then rewrite it in slope intercept form. Well, how do I do that? Because I can't really see exactly where this intercept is. I see it, but I don't know exactly what that number is. So if I take my equation in point slope form, I can rewrite it. I can take my negative 4/3 and distribute it to x plus 1. So I get y minus 1 equals negative 4/3 times x minus 4/3. Now, I still need to solve for y, because slope-intercept is y equals m times x plus b. So I have to add 1 to both sides of my equation. So y equals negative 4/3x minus 4/3 plus 1. But I noticed something. I can combine these. They're like terms. But in order to combine fractions, I have to have common denominators. Well, I do know that 1 is the same thing as 3/3. So I can rewrite this equation to be y equals negative 4/3 times x minus 4/3 plus 3/3. But this can be simplified further. If I take negative 4/3 and add 3/3 to it, I get negative 1/3. So my equation is y equals negative 4/3x minus 1/3. And this is in slope-intercept form. Again, take advantage of your pause and replay buttons. Rewatch this video and slow it down a little bit, pausing often, so that you can understand the process that was used. Let me know if you have any questions.